Hey, how y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. Today we're having some coffee. We're going to talk about first-time home buyers, okay? And as we have said before, it's important to first step is speak with a lender and get a pre-approval letter, okay? Now, I want to add on to this. While you're speaking with your lender of preference, of course, we can always recommend your lender so we know that do exceptional work. If you're a first-time home buyer, ask away. There's programs for first-time home buyers that may not suit you best on a conventional loan, or you might be a veteran, or depends on the program. But there are programs out there for first-time home buyers that you might want to at least get the information and see if with your unique financial situation, if you qualify. Okay. It's very important that I recommend to hire a trustworthy realtor, someone who knows what they're talking about, someone who is there to guide you through the steps. And why is it important? What difference do we make? Well, if you're a buyer in general, do you feel comfortable researching for properties? And you might say, I can use Zillow. Well, I have clients that send me properties that they want to see. And they're like, oh, look at this one. They send me the address and I go pull it up in the MLS. And it's already pending, or it has been sold for a while, but Zillow does not keep up with the transactions. It's not as up to date. So I'm not saying don't use Zillow, but you really can't trust Zillow. Now, say that you use Zillow because you don't want to work with a realtor and you found the property. Now, more than likely, if it's listed, you're going to have to deal with another agent. Just because the other agent that listed it is an agent or is a realtor does not mean that they're going to be working for your best interest, because their client is the seller, okay? So do yourself a favor and get yourself a realtor, okay? Buyers don't pay for their realtors. That's what sellers do, okay? Now, so that you still don't want to work with a realtor, okay? Do you know how to, do you know the laws? Do you know what the due diligence period is? Do you know how to read contracts? Do you know how to submit an offer? Do you know what can you get away with and what can you not get away with? Do you know about the contingencies? Do you know what contingencies to use for your own situation, how to warn them? Do you know title companies? Do you know inspection companies? Do you have all these contacts? Do you know how to keep track of all of the transactions and all the parts of it, and how to, speak with the other listing agent, knowing that they're not acting in your best interest, okay? Now, those are some of the main reasons, not all of them, but of course I don't want to make this too long, so I'm just going to move on to the next thing. Another mistake that a lot of first-time home buyers make, and buyers in general, but of course, first-time home buyers are not experienced, so please, I can't stress this enough, do not skip the home inspection. And why should you not skip the home inspection? Well, home inspection, depending on the company, depending on the property, the square footage and everything, could range anywhere from $300 to $500, okay? And you might be like, I don't want to spend $300, $500. Well, if you don't have $300, $500 to spend to make sure the house is good for you, then perhaps you may need to rethink if you are in the right time, in the right position to purchase a home. $300 to $500 can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars that you can get in debt, and then the property is not even livable, okay? Sometimes it is livable, but the inspection report came back saying that the HVAC is, needs to be serviced or needs to be replaced very soon. It's like, in the last stretch. So doing this inspection can give you the knowledge and the power to determine during that due diligence period, do I want to, take this responsibility on me? Is this home worthy? Is this, and sometimes there are certain repairs that are, not a big deal. So such as like, oh, this door has a dent in it, well, you can replace the door. Okay, it's not that expensive. I mean, some people, if you're on a tight budget, you might want to consider that. But in a competitive market like this one, where there's like low inventory, more buyers out there than there are sellers, if you get too finicky with like a little chip in the paint, a little this and that have nothing to do with structural issues, plumbing, electrical, or HVAC, or the roof, those are the big expenses. So those are the ones that you might want to look into. But I mean, you technically can do whatever. But I mean, if you find no house is perfect, even new construction, and you can find a new construction property, or you can just build it, just buy the lot and tell the builder, I want you to build it the house this way, this many square feet, and I want this feature and then this other feature, and whatever features you want to add on to that, and however layout and however design you want. That's why you still get due diligence period. That's why you still should pay for an inspection even for a brand new home. Because if they build it wrong, if they did a crappy job, or they made a mistake, that's how you get it to get fixed. Okay? If you don't do the inspections, then you buy it, and once you close in the house, it's yours. Okay? So please don't skip the home inspection. Okay? Unless you know for a fact that no matter what comes in that report that you're not ordering, you're willing to fix it. And then sometimes you walk through a home when you're seeing it and you can tell that there's nothing wrong with it. You go in, and if you know what to look for, you open all the faucets and you do this and you check all the lights, and all the lights come on and all the ceiling fans work and there's no leaks. You turn the faucets on and you check and there's nothing leaking, and then you have this feeling that everything is okay. I mean, you can't take the risk in not getting a home inspection, or you can take the home inspection and submit the offer with a void only inspection. That means that you just get the inspection for informational purposes only, but then you're not going to ask the seller to fix anything. That's another option. But for a first-time home buyer, especially on a tight budget, I would definitely recommend to get that home inspection and not waive that. So like I said, no home is perfect, so don't go out there and trying to find a home that does not have one little defect or one little flaw, like, oh, I don't like that color of the paint. Okay, you can paint that, okay? You know what I mean? Like, now if it were on a buyer's market and there was like plenty of houses sitting on the market for like 150 days, and so then I can understand how you get like, no, because I have all this inventory that I can choose from all these houses, okay? Now, another mistake is make sure that you can afford it. And there's a difference between being approved, pre-approved, and what you can't afford. You can probably pre-approve for like $400,000, but now look into the payment. Are you comfortable making that payment every month? Are you not planning into getting in any other big expenses or sudden expenses? Do you have reserves for emergency funds for like 3 to 6 months ahead of you? And why do I say this? Because Georgia is a non-judicial state for foreclosures. And what does that mean? What that means is if you don't pay your home, nobody's gonna take you to court. Nobody's gonna like fight for your house. The bank is going to just take it. They don't need to go to court. They don't need to sue you. They just go and put you like the eviction letter and you're gone. So make sure that you can afford it. Make sure that you run the numbers. Talk with the lender. Talk to your agents. Like, they get together. Talk. Run the numbers with your significant other, your family member, whatever it is. Make sure that you can afford the payment. You know what I mean? And, sometimes it's not even about the total price. It's about like, if you really can't afford doing it, if you want a smaller payment, then put a bigger down payment, and that'll bring your monthly payment down. There's different ways that you can go about to make it affordable to you, depending on your unique situation. And this is why it's extremely important that you speak with a lender. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna let y'all enjoy your coffee or whatever you got over there, and I'm gonna finish mine. And like I said, I want to try to keep it short. I'm sorry, I probably just like extended too much more than I thought I would, but just let me know if you have a topic in your mind, if you have a question, a concern, if you want to talk about something, just let me know, and I'll try to like schedule it for another video so that I can put it out there for everybody. If you want to meet with me, we can have a coffee, we can talk about real estate, we can talk about housing, the market. We can talk about questions in the home buying process, in the home selling process. Just let me know. I'm here for y'all. Hope you have a good one.